Well, here we are
Happy
again.
day.
Thanks for joining us, Curt and Jen in the morning. This is our pod and video cast, as you probably know, but we're just like newbies. There may be some first timers. We do this every weekday. Thank you for listening, viewing, your patronage. Is that what you say? I guess that's the word.
Sure.
All right. So
What the word would be.
like, follow, and or subscribe. We'd love that. Big stuff going on today.
Yes. Are you a self-gift giver? Because I know I am. Sam's Club is testing out a new holiday hot dog that you're going to want to know about. I'm wondering if you're going to be willing to taste it.
Are you? You know it already.
I'll taste it.
I'm not tasting it.
Some of the things I'll taste.
There's a Seattle restaurant made a national best of list. We'll let you know about that. And also the numbers are out. How much did we spend on Cyber Monday?
Let's talk about that first.
It's a big, big, big number there. So there you go.
Well, and did we break any records is the question. And the answer is yes, we did.
Totally.
We spent a lot of U.S. dollars.
Good job, everybody. Or else, not good job.
It says it's official. Americans bought a whole lot of crap this week.
That is true. How much of it are you looking at going, oh, man, why did I buy this?
So Adobe Analytics tracks holiday spending each year. Mm-hmm. And Cyber Monday set a new record for the biggest online shopping day ever in the United States of America.
For the record, these numbers are always stupid high. So this is just stupider higher, right?
We collectively spent $13.3 billion, which is up 7% from last year. Way to go. Curt and I contributed to that number.
And most of you listening probably did as well. So this is for 1 2-hour stretch, right? This is on Monday night, Cyber Monday evening. We were spending more than $15 million every minute.
I contributed to that too because it was the last minute. Like, oh my god, I got to get these ordered before the sale goes off.
You have $15 million. I didn't know.
I didn't. I said I contributed to that.
Much. All right. Hot products this year: TVs, wireless headphones, computers, stuffed animals.
That was a weird one to me.
And the Nintendo Switch game Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
We didn't set only one record. We set two. It's a record also for total online shopping between Thanksgiving Day and Cyber Monday, which is over $41 billion.
Well, I guess I
contributed to that as well.
Do a golf clap again for those guys. So there. Very impressive, everybody. Thanks for contributing.
Oh, my goodness. This I am excited about.
Do we still have a Sam's Club nearby? Because I used to know the one on 99, right? But everybody knows what Sam's Club is.
Actually, now that you speak of it, do we have a Sam's Club around here?
The one on 99 closed. And or Aurora. Don't say it.
Ahora?
So,
I gotta look now.
All right. Well, I'll go with the story here.
With the story, because it's crazy.
Of course,
I'm kind of excited for it.
Costco, they debuted their hot dog 40 years ago. I don't know if it was priced at $1.50 40 years ago, but it's priced at that now. Has it been the whole time $1.50? Maybe it's
that's why we used to call it Cafe 150 because everything used to be at $1.50. They've changed the menu item prices except for the hot dog.
Yeah.
But the hot dog, does it still come with the soda?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Sam's Club has an interesting idea to compete. They've come up with a holiday hot dog monstrosity. They're testing something called the Holi-Dog. Holi-Dog, right? And the toppings combine Thanksgiving and Christmas. Here you go. The menu options for the Holi-Dog. A hot dog topped with turkey on one side and prime rib roast on the other. A dog topped with mashed potatoes on one side and Christmas cookies on the other. Oof. And a hot dog topped with pumpkin pie on one side and candy canes on the other. So those aren't actually hot dogs. Those are just buns with candy in it.
Oh, there's no meat in it?
Well, I think those are the...
No, a hot dog topped with...
Oh, okay.
You get a hot dog.
Oy.
I'm not so sure about the pumpkin pie candy canes. I'm also not sure about the mashed potatoes on one side, Christmas cookie on the other. I mean, but you get the sweet and savory.
And the savory, exactly.
But Christmas cookies with hot dogs? Barfarama.
So... Even if we did have a Sam's Club here, and we probably do somewhere, there's only a few locations offering...
No. As of October 31st, 2023, there are no more Sam Clubs in Washington State. So you'll have to travel other places to get this dog monstrosity.
Right now, it's only available in New York. Today only. What? Today only in New York, one in Nashville on Monday, and in Dallas next Thursday. So this is just a one-day deal at each of those places? Should we stop talking about this story and just move on?
Yes.
Yeah, we should have proofread it or pre-read it, I guess.
I was excited about the creativity. I mean, it's more about the creativity. You could do this at home. Is the thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, Yeah, some people, like they said, some people can make their own Holi-Dog concoctions at home.
Stovetop stuffing, sweet potato mash, mac and cheese, Brussels sprouts, bacon wrapped shrimp, and cranberry sauce.
You just put whatever you want on that dog.
There you go. And
call it a Holi-Dog.
We do have listeners around the country, so maybe you're in one of those cities and you can go check out the Holi-Dog at Sam's.
Let us know. Post pictures.
All right, here's a end of the year list again. Yesterday we had Rolling Stone's top artist of the year, right? I believe that's what it was.
Well, we had the top songs of the year from that, and then we also found out that Billboard named Beyonce the top biggest pop star of the century.
Right. So now what we have is most streamed artists of the year, and this one
is no surprise.
Yesterday we were debating, should it be Beyonce the top artist of the century, or should it be Taylor Swift? And it was Beyonce. So this list, Taylor Swift, most streamed artist of 2024
globally.
Yeah,
globally.
And you know what? Top 5 here didn't even have Beyonce on it, but she didn't actually. Did she have a new? No.
Yeah, she had her country album out.
I think that came out last year, but
it did.
Late last year, maybe. I'll double check. Top most streamed artists: Taylor Swift, Drake, Zach Bryan, Morgan Wallen, and Kanye West. That's globally, all right. Your most streamed songs, Jen, you'll like this. Number 1, Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso.
I love that one.
That's a fun little pop song there. Also on that most streamed list, Shabuzi, a bar song. Post Malone and Morgan Wallen, I Had Some Help. And Tommy Richmond, $1 Million Baby.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, all right.
Her album Cowboy Carter came out March 29th, 2024.
Okay, it was earlier this year then. Most streamed albums, Tortured Poets Department and Anthology, Taylor Swift.
Globally, that was global.
So this is in America and globally. All right.
I think only some of them. Okay. I think that they're making a note saying, "Oh, this one she was also number 1 globally." But what we're reading is for the United States.
Right. That's
okay.
Okay.
Is that what you said?
I think so. Morgan Wallen, One Thing at a Time, Short and Sweet from Sabrina Carpenter was number 3 most streamed album. Then we have Noah Kahan, Stick Season. I should check that out.
Okay.
And Chappell Roan, The Rise and Fall of Midwest Princess. There you go. Now, how about podcasts?
I think it's Noah Khan. Podcast. Oh, Joe Rogan Experience, number 1 globally. Like he's number 1. I dream of that someday, of that being us, Curt Cruz. I don't know how we get there.
You dream of being Joe Rogan.
Call Her Daddy. I've heard that's an awesome one.
Right.
This past weekend with Theo Vaughn. I've never heard of that. Have you heard of that?
I've not. Also, Crime Junkie, which I assume is like a...
like true crimes or something?
And then The Daily, which we have stolen things from, I think.
Oh, we have?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, cool.
We have no problem saying we've stolen things. What were you saying about this? Noah Kahan?
Is it Noah Kahan?
What? What did you think it was?
Noah Khan?
Oh, maybe it is. Kahan.
We're so hip.
We can't even help ourselves.
More Swiftie news.
Yeah. The final 3 shows of the Eras Tour featuring...
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Taylor Swift featuring Vancouver, BC, just up the road from us in BC, Canada, Vancouver. And the problem here, and maybe this is an opportunity, Jen, for us to make a little extra US dollars because they're having problems. People that have made reservations for hotels in Vancouver months in advance. Some people have flown here from as far away as Australia to find out that, guess what? Your room has been canceled. You don't have a place to stay. Yes.
Really?
Well, here's the story. We'll start with
why is it canceled?
Mary Ellen Hubbard from Virginia paid in full for her Vancouver hotel back in January. So almost a year ago. Went through a small, lesser-known third-party booking site.
That's the problem.
Where she found a hotel room. She said it wasn't quite as much money, right? Still, when she called the hotel this week, she was told her reservation had been canceled.
Now what?
Is that a sniff that you're sad?
That's sad.
She didn't know why. She said, I didn't cancel it myself. I don't know why it was canceled, but with days to go before the show, the hotel told her they did not have any room for her. So
here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Pat, hot firefighter boyfriend Pat, lives up in Cedro Woolley. That's pretty close to Canada.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you rent out a room for a night or two.
I think maybe. I'm going to talk to him about that. We can make some extra. That's going to be our side hustle.
And people are thinking, oh, that just affects people that have flown in. Well, how about Pacific Northwest residents also having similar issues? Oh, this is a mother from Portland. So that her Airbnb host canceled last minute, citing, we need to make repairs on the unit. Gave no further details. That'd be so frustrating. Jan Pierre would be super, super angry.
I would be kind of pissed.
Now, there is something they're saying here. The cancellations might have something to do with the fact that BC has new regulations that went into effect in May. It requires that owners may only rent out their primary residence, a secondary suite, or an accessory dwelling unit, an ADU. This means hosts with multiple homes may not use them for short-term rentals like Airbnb stays.
Why? I wonder. Like, why are they making those rules?
I don't know. Somebody's trying to make some extra dollars.
You know, I was talking to my youngest daughter, Macy, yesterday. I picked her up from theater rehearsal practice. It's their purgatory week.
Right.
They open what's today? Wednesday?
Thursday.
They open tomorrow.
Okay.
It's Music Band, by the way.
Nice.
And I'm like, she was like, oh, Taylor's coming this week for his final show this weekend. I'm like, what days? And she said Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I didn't realize it was 3 shows. I thought it was 2.
Yeah.
And I said, we could go on Sunday. She can't go Friday, Saturday because she has the shows.
Right.
And so she's like, okay.
I'll look into it.
Yeah. So we're in the car driving home. She looks into it. She's like, forget it. I'm like, why?
Before you say what tickets are starting at, I mean, I guessed way high, by the way, which is an indicator of how big this show is. But I said, what are the prices? $2,000? Well, for 2 people.
It was only 1,000, starting at 1,000 something per
person.
ticket.
Yeah.
Starting price.
Nosebleeds. Here you go.
Like, you
$1,500.
I would have loved to have taken her to that. I would have loved to have taken myself to that. But that is not happening. Cannot.
Do we go on at the
Yes, we move on.
Jeez, I didn't mean to bum you out.
That's all right. Go ahead.
All right.
What do you have here?
It's nice to see. The Seattle Eatery, a local Seattle restaurant, has made the Best of 2024 list of Esquire magazine, Best New Restaurants in America.
Wow, I love that. What's the restaurant?
This is in Seattle's Wallingford neighborhood. Atoma, A-T-O-M-A, was among 35 new restaurants highlighted in Esquire's Best New Restaurants in America 2024. That came out on Tuesday. So there's a bunch of restaurants in there from California, New York. Atoma was the only Pacific Northwest spot mentioned.
I love that. Now you're not even going to be able to get a reservation there.
Well, but we're mentioning it so people know about it.
I know. I'm just saying it's going to be so big that it's going to be hard to get a reservation.
Oh, well, starting with, here's some of that menu items.
Okay.
I would not have started with this. Fermented radish cakes with gooey duck and clam belly aioli. I know the face you're making. How about crumpets with koji butter, Dungeness crab with crab fat sabayon? Sabayon? I don't even know what that is. Atoma is in the Pacific Northwest, so you know the menu will change with the seasons, but one mainstay, here you go,
okay,
is a crispy, savory, flower-shaped cookie that's pumped with a soft cheese and sweet jam made from Washington's finest Walla Walla onions.
That is not a cookie. That will be a biscuit.
Because it has the onions in it, that it fell out of the cookie category after the onion?
Yeah!
That was the little blurb in Esquire about new restaurant.
Oh, the chef, Johnny Courtney, used to work at Canlis.
Which is, I would say, arguably the...
iconic. Yeah. Okay. All right. That explains a lot.
If only it was, you know, they should charge more at Canlis because it's so inexpensive. I'm kidding. We love Canlis.
You can go to Canlis and then head up to the show to see Taylor Swift.
All right. So,
all right,
Esquire
that's
Magazine
the end.
says Atoma on North 45th Street is one of their top restaurants in America. There you go.
Washing Christmas trees.
Okay.
This actually is a thing. People are doing it. Country Living did a big article on whether you should be washing your Christmas tree before bringing it into your home. And the idea of washing even fake trees went viral last year because they can get dusty in storage. But we're talking about real trees this time. A handful of people on TikTok claim it gets rid of bugs that might be on there. Most of them spray it down with the hose, let it dry, and then bring it in the house.
Well, you may have heard about this.
Did you spray down your fake ones?
No.
I didn't spray down my real one.
A distant friend named Clark brought a tree into their house and it had a squirrel in it.
Okay.
Clark.
I got it.
Anyways, there's probably not squirrels, but there may be bugs. They're saying it's not very practical if you live someplace cold. Bringing a wet tree into the house doesn't make much sense. And or we don't use hoses in the wintertime because they freeze, right? Depends on the day.
Yeah.
All right. So does it actually do any good is the question. What do you think?
It does not. It can get rid of some bugs, but just shake off your tree. Shake it off, as Taylor would say. That was a good one, huh?
Sure.
Okay.
Shake your tree.
I know that we are both this.
Are you talking about self-gifters?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Say more.
Are you a self-gifter? Are you an admitted self-gifter?
Of all the things that I did for both Cyber Monday and the whole weekend, I think a lot of them were for, my side business, doing the AV and emceeing and stuff like that. That I consider business expenses. I did buy...
You're a self-gifter.
I did buy one thing for myself, so yes.
Here's the thing, because if I see a good deal on something and I want it, I'm like, I might as well just buy it right now, because if I put it on my gift list...
And my problem with that is I do a lot of things, I'll need this later. The price now is so good, I can't pass it up.
Right?
On something that I may or may not ever use. And then next year, I'm like, why did I buy this thing?
Over 4 out of 10 Americans either have or plan to buy themselves something this year to give to themselves.
Which is up from 38%. The same poll was done a year ago. So we're actually self-gifters is a growth business.
Yeah. We're spending under $100 on ourselves. But some people are splurging more than that, Curt Cruz.
Well, anything that I bought was over $100, so.
A third of people say they're spending between $100 and $200. And 22% will spend more than that.
Are you at the 22% that spends more than that? Sure
no.
You are. Come on.
Top 3 things that people are buying themselves. Oh, a nice meal. That doesn't really count.
Mm-hmm.
Nice clothes, self-care stuff like spa visits.
All right. Did you get any of those things?
A piece of clothing. I bought myself a Christmas dress when I was out shopping.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
I didn't do any of those.
Okay.
This one. We love this.
We asked this.
We love this from yesterday, and as always, thank you so much. You guys delivered big time. You crushed it. And this is what Jen said yesterday. I was so excited about this because I'm a bit, the grammar police.
Yeah, you are.
I don't want to, it's just like this says in the title here. What is one word that people wrongly pronounce that makes your brain want to jump off a cliff?
And we know that should be incorrectly pronounced.
Yeah, but we'll get to
wrongly.
That. Yes, incorrectly. The one word that people say that you're like, ugh, nails on a chalkboard. And we're not going to give any examples because you guys gave so many good examples.
Yeah, like Laura. Mm-hmm. So there's a restaurant, a pizza place in Seattle.
Are you talking about Pagliacci's?
Not Peg.
Pagliacci's?
It's Pagliacci's.
It is Pagliacci's. The G is silent on that one. Here's some of the little annoying ones. Mia says people say Nordstrom's. No, it's just Nordstrom. I'm going to go.
And there's a Fred Meyer one in here too. Who gave the Fred Meyer example?
The very last one was Kristen. Said, hey, there's no S. Fred Meyer's.
It's Fred Meyer. It's just Nordstrom.
Right. There's some other businesses and stores that people pluralize. This is a big one. My mom was a realtor. Realtor is what it is. Realtor, however you want to say it. It's not realtor.
No,
it is realtor. I'm sorry.
Realtor. It's not realtor.
That's what I meant. No, it is realtor. 2 syllables. Realtor.
Realtor.
Not realtor.
That's what, yes.
Yeah, okay. We're saying the same thing. We got confused.
Cam, the best bartender in the whole wide world, said it's espresso, not espresso.
That's a big one. Espresso, people.
Although when I go on the express lanes, I'll say, we're going on the espresso lanes.
Does that get annoying to your kids ever?
Anytime I talk, I'm annoying to my children.
Our friend John said it's Puget Sound, not the Puget Sound. That's true. And then he also said you wrongly... should be incorrectly, by the way, in the title. It should be not, yeah. Although I will say, John, you didn't put a comma after incorrectly and by the way.
Okay.
Wrongly should be
Amy said Italian soda, not Italian soda.
Kim, lackadaisical, pronounced lackadaisical. I didn't know that, I thought it was.
Lackadaisical.
I don't use that word, so I didn't know that word.
I say lackadaisical, but it's lackadaisical?
Wrong. Laura says... I grew up in the Midwest, and I don't say this. I have a lot of friends from the Midwest. I don't think this is a regional thing, but Cheetah does, that say, I seen, not I saw, which I think I told you that Dana and I make jokes about that. We almost always say, I seen. Just
to be funny.
Just to be obnoxious, yeah. I seen that. I seen.
Barb said, axed for asked, instead of, it should be asked. Yeah. I asked that, not I asked a question.
Mary points out that some people stick an R in Washington and make it Washington.
Yep.
No, but you know what? That I heard in the Midwest more often. Was sticking the wall, the washing machine.
Yeah. Okay. What's Nicole saying here?
She says supposedly is specific. Supposedly is a different word. People misuse that word, and I still don't know the difference. Mostly because I don't care. Right?
Carrie said irregardless instead of regardless.
This is where I get to jump in and say that I heard somebody say unirregardlessly one time, and I know Carrie right now is just Yeah. So instead of saying regardless, they went all out. Unirregardlessly.
So irregardless is not a word?
Regardless is the word.
Irregardless is not a word.
Regardless. So
okay.
I don't know. Where did it come from? Carrie also says frustrated, that people say frustrated instead of frustrated. I don't hear that often, but that would be annoying.
Okay.
Go.
Heidi said height.
Oh, people say, what is your height? They put a TH on the end.
Oh.
Your height. It sounds like height, not height, people. How about the especially that Jay said?
It's supposed to be especially.
That's like the difference between espresso and espresso, but it is especially, not especially.
Heather said pacifically instead of specifically.
Really? People say pacifically?
They just get their words mixed up.
Okay.
Letters mixed up.
This is just a tough word to pronounce, Eric. I agree that people mispronounce it, but that's just because they don't know necessarily. There's a town in Washington, spelled Sequim. Looks like sequim. Because if you put an N on the end, that'd be sequins, like you have sequins on your jeans. But this word the town is squim.
Yep. Karina said probably versus probably.
Mm-hmm. Lily also added axe instead of ask. That's another one for that one. Our friend Bill said nuclear, that people pronounce nuclear.
Nuclear.
Wrong.
I might say nuclear.
I never noticed, but all right. Another person says, Jennifer says ask instead of axe. Right?
I will correct the directions are wrong. For example,
up to or over to. Okay, so
when
that's
you're
south or north. Yeah,
I do that all the time. All the time. Like, are we gonna go down to Cedro? And Pat will say, we're gonna go up to Cedro.
North is up. South is down. I guess. Randy, this is an unusual one. First, he says people say coyote instead of coyote. Or he said they say coyote instead of coyote. I'm sorry. It should have 3 syllables. He's claiming that coyote is correct. Coyote is wrong. And he also says he doesn't know how to pronounce Kim Basinger. Bassinger.
I thought it was Basinger.
You could probably look that up.
I'm pretty sure it is. I'm sure it's Kim Basinger.
That's a word I don't use very often at all.
Right.
All right.
Shannon said, again, supposedly versus supposedly.
Oh, how about it's picture, not pitcher.
You got to enunciate.
That's right. I got a pitcher of beer here. Alexandria. I like this one.
Yeah. Roof, not roof. I say roof.
Roof, like what is that? Short versus long? I don't know what you. Roof.
You have to say roof. The roof is on fire.
There you go. Great suggestions, and I know we can get some more.
If you feel like it.
On any of these their platforms that we have this on. Thank you for participating.
With lots of people going to holiday parties, which means you're going into other people's houses, I just wanted to bring up the rudest things you can do at someone else's house. I will make this short and brief.
This is Jen.
Touching and moving things around. Don't do it. Expecting a tour. Don't expect one and don't give yourself one. Overstaying your welcome. Know when to leave. Hiding a mess. If you spill or break something, just let the hostess know about it.
Do you find real quick, I'm jumping in here, that overstaying your welcome, know when it's time to leave, you don't pick up on the hints necessarily, okay, it's good to see you guys. And like you're giving them hints to get out. And they
don't take it.
Okay.
Yeah, know when to leave. Snoop. Don't bring an invited +1. Make sure you
an uninvited
talk with someone.
Right.
Waiting to share dietary restrictions. If you have a dietary restriction or your +1 does, say that up front at the beginning of the invitation so that you can plan accordingly. Don't feed the dogs. Don't disrespect the shoe rules. If they want you to take your shoes off, take them off. And don't interfere with setting up. And don't show up empty-handed. As a guest, you should arrive with some small gift. It doesn't need to be extravagant. Don't overthink it. Just pick up a nice bottle of wine or some flowers.
And there was a thing under the shoe rules that either you as the visitor should bring along, if you're not wearing socks, you should bring along a pair of socks. And I don't necessarily agree with this one. As the host or hostess, you should have extra pairs of socks available for people to put on.
I think that if you're going to ask people to take off their shoes, it might be a good thing. Or you tell them in advance, we're a no-shoe place in case you want to wear socks or different footwear. It doesn't matter for your outfit.
Okay. I was surprised to read that part, but now I know.
Yes, now you know.
Important. Thanks, Jen.
You said, this is a little gossipy, Jen. Should we include it? And I'm like, this is a big, Hollywood power couple.
Right.
Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake. Are they on a break?
I don't know. It's your story.
Sources say that Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake are on a marital break for the holidays. Quote, emotionally, it'll be a relief for Jessica to get away from all the drama. This is coming from a not always reliable radaronline.com. She says they're just taking a little, just a little time away.
The drama, in case you didn't know, was that Justin got busted for a DUI overseas a little while
Probably
ago.
put a little strain on their relationship.
Yeah, he did. I think, did he have to do any, like a night or two in jail or something?
Maybe.
All
Sources say that Jessica initiated it. They'll spend the holidays apart. She might go to one or two of his concerts to show she's willing to support him. But privately, she's relieved to be having some space so she can take stock, catch up on her projects, see some friends. The end. That is all. We don't know anything else. I'm just reporting that I'm sad about this.
Okay.
I mean, I like those people together.
They seem
But
like a
you
good
know
couple.
what? From the outside looking in, you just never know.
You never know.
All right, Curt, what's the question of the day? I want to know.
Just so everybody knows, Jen is rushing through some of these things because we might have had a discussion beforehand.
We're just going through
I took
it.
it personally. I was like, well, maybe we should cut this list down a bit.
We were cutting it. Did I cut it down? If you want to bring this onto the podcast, we can.
I just did. It's
What
fine.
unusual things do you hold on to?
Right.
There's a list out, and I'm like, oh crap! I hold on to all those things.
Give a couple of these things that you hold on to unnecessarily.
Old phones, old chargers, iPhone boxes, and plastic grocery bags. Although plastic grocery bags I reuse. I either put them as trash can liners or I reuse them at the grocery store.
Good job.
That's it.
What's the thing about iPhone boxes and Apple boxes in general? They're so heavy duty and hardcore. I
You
think
can't
people
throw them away.
I don't know. It's like it's just a box.
Can't do it.
It looks so fancy, I guess.
So, what's something unusual that you hold on to?
I'm trying to think if there's anything that I have. I get. Well, does it count if you hold on to old clothes too long?
Yeah, because you think you're going to lose weight.
No, I think I'm going to gain weight to fit into them. They're too big.
Oh,
No, that's not true. What do you keep? Unusual things you hold on to. Maybe at the end of the year you say, hey, I need to do some paring down of stuff. And you look, why do I have all these, like you said, iPhone boxes or old phones? I found a phone from probably 20 years ago in a drawer.
okay.
That's my thing.
All right.
Go for it. So, yes, let us know.
We're going to put it on Facebook.
What unusual things do you hold on to?
Curt and Jen in the Morning Facebook page. Make sure you like and follow us on that so that you can get those questions of the day.
Right. And by subscribing, all that does is it gives you a little beep on your phone when the new podcast is up. So that's
that's different than liking us on Facebook. That is if you are on your podcast, if you're listening to us and you haven't already, follow, subscribe, like.
all the things.
And if you do that, then we will pop up on your phone saying there's a new episode.
You'll be the first to know. Yeah. Love it.
Have an awesome day today. This Friday Eve. Make good
Friday.
choices, find joy, spread kindness.